friends, this is Miss Jennifer from Central Library. Welcome to DIY Sensory. So this week we are going to make some sensory boards, and these are some of the sensory boards that I've made in the past. And they're just, this one's been a little loved, but they are basically just cardboard pieces that I have added something on the front that can be felt or manipulated or something in that matter. So like that, like that. And these are really great as like an individual piece that the child can feel and, like I said, manipulate, that kind of thing. I actually originally saw these as a sensory wall up in a classroom, taking over the bottom half of the wall. So it was an easy reach for the kids, and things were affixed to the wall that the kids, walked up to, touched or interacted with, and, could do it at their speed, at their own will. Being in the library and being a librarian who travels to the various branches, I didn't really have the option to make it a permanent fixture per se. So I decided to do the pieces of cardboard and affix my sensory items to that. So these can all travel with me, and I can set them out how I want. They can be on the table, they can be on the floor if I'm working with real little ones. They could be, they can sit kind of leaning against the wall. However works best for the group that you're working with. So for today, we are going to make two different boards. And I actually have, what I used for today are going to be two longer strips that are a little slimmer than my other ones. But that's the cardboard I had. And you can use anything. We have foam board at the library. That is actually what these are backing onto. You can kind of see. But it's the same pliability as the cardboard. A little bendy, but it's not going to break necessarily. So that's why I recommend like the cardboard or the foam board, or something that's a little durable but still has a little bit of movement to it. So you're not going to want like paper per se, or like a piece of wood or something, unless you're making something very large, in which case a piece of wood might be nice to use as like your backing so that you can set it up in one permanent spot. But if you are making small ones like I am today, I'm going to have your two pieces of cardboard. I have pre-painted one of my pieces because for one of them I am going to attach some stickers. And you may have seen these before in one of my other videos, but they're a little bit raised. You might be able to see, there we go. And they've got like a felt outline to them. So they'll be good for touching and running fingers over, that kind of stuff. For my other one, we are going to glue netting to it. And this I had some rolls of for a different project, but you can also buy one of those sponges like for the bath for like $1 and pull it apart. That works. And of course, as you can see, I have a variety of things. So you can really use whatever you have at home. This is just a piece of felt that was glued on, and it's just for giving it a rub, see how it feels. This, I painted the board and put down a bunch of glitter. I did do a clear coat of paint over top of this so that the glitter doesn't come off, but it's still a little bit rough to the touch. And of course, as you move the board around and it catches the light, it gives you the different look, the different feel of it. This is everyone's favorite. Just googly eyes glued on. I put a piece of paper underneath it, again, just to give it a singular surface to have a backing on, but it makes noise. And of course, you know, the eyes move around and follow you as you're looking at them. So every child loves this one. You can find googly eyes at any craft store. I'm not sure if I've seen them at the dollar store, but if you can find them at the dollar store, you can get them there too. And I just glued these right on. Buttons that I just had lying around. They're different heights, different shapes, different sizes, and you can feel them. And I would just be careful. I've had kids pull the buttons off before. So this one is a little tough with real little kids because, you know, then it becomes an item they might put in their mouth. So always be careful with that. This was a piece of furry fabric that we had lying around that I glued down to the board as well. Oh, and then another one that's a favorite is the pom-poms. And I just glued them all together and onto the board. And there they are. One other thing I did is on the back, I've put what the item is and just a few descriptors so that if your child's asking, oh, what is the board? You can kind of give them some ideas. So let's get started on making our boards. Okay, so like I said, I'm going to do some stickers on this one and some fabric on that one. For my sticker one, I have just some extra stickers that I've used from other projects. And so I am going to just do the numbers from them. We've been working on numbers in our house, so this is a great one to give him the concrete look of the number to go along with what he's been working on counting on. If you're doing something like this, you can do numbers. This is great to do a name with, especially if you're doing a little board like this. Every child can have a board with their name, and it can help them start to recognize the letters that they would use to spell their name. And hopefully you've plotted this out a little bit better. And I guess we're only going to 9 on my board. But that is that. And you can feel it, and it's raised, so you can feel the outline of each number. And it's got a soft feel to it, and you can talk about the difference between the cardboard and the sticker, and they can start to recognize their numbers. For our other one, I am going to use the stretchy fabric. I can never think of what this is called. Okay, so as I started to glue the netting down, it did not want to stay. So instead, what I have decided to do is put some stripes of netting down. So what I'm going to do is tape them. And let's see, let's all fit to the other side. All right, so I've just kind of crumpled them a little bit. All right, and tape them down. And this will be the back side of my board. And I flip it over, pull my fabric, my netting along, so it runs the length of my board. side of my board. Flip that over and tape down the other side. And it's not going to be perfect, but that's okay. So it looks like this, and the kids can pull on it and touch it and feel if it's scratchy or smooth. So these are the boards that we made today, our sticker board and our netting board. Like I said, the kids can kind of just feel them, play with them. This one they can pull the netting on. And again, anything that you want to glue onto your board, you can do really anything with these and have fun with them. Enjoy, and let me know what you create. Bye, friends.